How to add a Porsche MLB key with Keydiy KD-X4 and KD-MP like a pro. You know, there's something incredibly satisfying about taking on a modern car security system and mastering it, especially when it's a high-end brand like Porsche. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to add a spare key to a Porsche MLB model, specifically a 2024 Porsche Cayenne, using the brand new Keydiy KD-MP tool in combination with the KD-X4. And before you click away thinking, this is only for Porsche, let me assure you, the same approach works for other MLB models too. Now, before we even begin, I got a quick question for you. And if you know the answer, I want you to head straight to the comments and tell me before the video ends. What's the critical piece of information that the KD-MP tool gives you after collecting key data, which is absolutely necessary to generate and learn a new key? Think about it while we go through the process. And yes, quick disclaimer time. This video is purely for educational and informational purposes. Everything you see here is designed to help technicians, enthusiasts, and learners understand automotive diagnostics and programming better. We follow fair use guidelines strictly. All images, clips, and references are for education and review only. All trademarks and brand names belong to their respective owners. And of course, you should always follow the manufacturer's official guidelines and comply with your local laws when working on vehicles. Also, while I've got your attention, most of you watching right now aren't subscribed yet. It only takes a second, costs you nothing, and it's the best way to keep Bobji Motors running. So let's set a challenge. 10,000 likes and 1,000 comments within the first 24 hours. If you're enjoying this, smash that like button, drop your opinion in the comments, and if you find the content valuable, consider hitting that super thanks button. Now, let's dive into the process. So, here's the situation. Keydiy has just released their KD-MP tool design for VAG, Porsche, MLB, and MQB48 immobilizer systems. And the KD-MP isn't working alone. It's part of a team effort alongside the KD-X4. Our mission today, add a spare key to the 2024 Porsche Cayenne using these tools. For this, you'll need 4 things: the Keydiy KD-X4, the KD-MP tool, your original Porsche MLB key, and a new Keydiy MLB key blank. Once you've got these ready, we begin the process in 2 main parts. Part 1. Collecting key data and generating a dealer key with the KD-MP tool. First, we have to carefully disassemble the original MLB key. This step can't be rushed. You're working with a compact, delicate circuit board inside. Once the key is open, run the KD-X4 software on your device. Head to the programming menu and select the KD-MP function. Next comes the wiring diagram check. The KD-MP software will show you different wiring types, and you need to pick the one that matches your MLB key circuit layout. In our case, the board was identical to a Type 5 wiring diagram. That means 2 small capacitors had to be removed and 2 wires, VCC and GND, had to be soldered to the correct points on the board. With the wires in place, solder the adapter directly to the original keys board. Connect this setup to the KD-MP tool, link the KD-MP to your computer via a USB Type-C cable, and supply 12 volts of power to the KD-MP. Then, place the original keys circuit board onto the induction coil of the KD-MP. Now, launch the KD-MP application. The first step inside is to identify the key. The software will read the key's details, including the key ID, status, and part number. After that, you select the option to collect key data. This process deducts 200 coins from your Keydiy account balance, so make sure you're topped up. Once data collection begins, the KD-MP calculates and securely retrieves all the necessary immobilizer information. At the end of this process, it provides you with something extremely important: a verification code. This code is your golden ticket. You'll need it both to generate the dealer key and to perform the key learning later on. Don't lose it. Even if you forget it, you can always go into the collection history to recover it, but it's best to record it immediately. The next step is to generate the dealer key. Place your Keydiy MLB key blank onto the induction coil. Select the option to generate the dealer key and enter the verification code you just received. The KD-MP tool will handle the rest, and in just moments, you'll have a freshly generated dealer key ready for programming. Part 2. learning the MLB key with the KD-X4. Now that we have our dealer key, we move to the KD-X4 for the learning process. For the 2024 Porsche Cayenne, this means unlocking the SFD gateway and the instrument cluster before you can program the new key. Without these unlock steps, the system simply won't accept it. Fire up the KD-X4 app, navigate to the IMMO programming menu, select Porsche, then choose MLB immobilizer system, and start execution. You'll see the option for SFD unlock. Go ahead and select Unlock Gateway. Turn the ignition on, confirm the VIN, and copy the SFD code provided by the software. This code needs to be sent to a third-party service to receive an unlock token. Once you got the unlock token, enter it into the KD-X4 software to unlock the gateway. Then repeat the process for the instrument cluster. Both unlock steps must be completed within 90 minutes, so don't wander off during this stage. With the gateway and cluster unlocked, it's time to select key learning. Make sure the air conditioner is off and the engine hood is open. These steps are part of Porsche's safety requirements. Enter the number of keys you intend to learn. In this case, we had 2, and input the verification code from the KD-MP tool. The system will prompt you to learn the first key, then the second. Once completed, you've successfully programmed both keys. The final step is simple but important. Test both keys to confirm they start the vehicle and operate the locks correctly. If they work perfectly, you've just completed a professional level key addition for a modern Porsche MLB system. Before we wrap up, I want to hear your opinion. Do you think the KD-MP and KD-X4 combination makes the key programming process easier compared to older methods? Or do you think Porsche's new SFD and cluster security just adds unnecessary complication? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're there, tell me if you guessed the answer to the question I asked at the start. Here's the answer. The critical piece of information you get from the KD-MP after collecting key data is the verification code. Without it, you can't generate the dealer key or perform the key learning process. It's the backbone of the entire operation. Personally, I think Keydiy has made an impressive move with the KD-MP tool. It bridges a huge gap for technicians working on high-end VAG models, and the workflow is surprisingly smooth once you're familiar with the soldering and unlock steps. Sure, the SFD process adds an extra layer of complexity, but it's a necessary evil for modern vehicle security. Fun fact before we go, did you know that Porsche's MLB platform is shared with brands like Audi and Bentley? That means mastering this process doesn't just prepare you for Porsche jobs. It gives you the skills to handle a wide range of luxury models. So let's push for our goal, 10,000 likes and 1,000 comments within 24 hours. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, share it with other techs, drop your comment, and subscribe to Bobji Motors for more high-end diagnostic and programming guides. And if you really want to support the channel, a super thanks goes a long way in keeping this content coming. Thanks for watching, happy diagnosing, and I'll see you in the next one.